What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of TechRage. Now today we're going to be taking a look at the new ROG Pugio, Pugio, I don't know, I'm butchered the crap out of all these names. It's the new mouse by Asus. Alright, so it is the ROG Pugio, not the Pugio or Pugio, it's Pugio. So you get the flappy door at the front there so you can see the mouse inside, and it's also showing off the RGB sort of effects there as well. Inside you get a little pouch which has got your accessories in. These are your extra switches and side covers, obviously depending on which hand you're going to be using, but we'll go through that later. You also get a nice little ROG badge there, stick that where you will. Protective cover on the bottom to protect the optical laser, and generally overall first impressions is it's a pretty light mouse. It's not very heavy, it's not got much weight behind it. So overall you get everything you need to get going with the mouse. Nothing special, no bells and whistles, but pretty straightforward. So overall, it looks really nice. First impressions, you got your nice braided cable, very good length on the cable as well, and you got sort of like a matte grey finish on the mouse itself. Once you plug it in, your ROG lights will start up straight away. Now you can connect all of this to the ROG Aura software, but again, we'll go through that a bit later. But look at it, it's just amazing. It's like Christmas. I must admit, this has got to be the brightest mouse I've ever reviewed. It really does stand out, and I was actually quite surprised. I didn't think they were going to put as much effort into an ambidextrous mouse. Now I know that's sort of judging a little bit, but you know, this thing really does stand out in comparison. So aesthetically, it really does please, you know, it really does stand out. So you can see the price point here as well for certain sort of features that are on the mouse. And it kind of lights up the desk underneath. Because the LEDs are raised and they're not on the floor of the mouse itself, you can actually see where it's even reflecting off of a matte mouse mat. And compared to my Corsair Glaive, you know, it really does just blow it out of the water. So here's your accessories. You've got your extra switches here to change your resistance up, and also your little side panels. So depending on whether you're using the left or the right, you can switch out all the switches so you're not accidentally clicking them. Now one thing I did notice was you don't get a screwdriver with it. You know, it really wouldn't have been hard for Asus just to stick a little screwdriver to get these bottom ones out. Obviously it's not a problem for me, but it just would have been a nice touch. So once you unscrew the bottom, you can then carefully pull the top off. Unlike me, where I just yanked it off and I actually broke the pin inside, but it still worked and it was still fine. But again, just be very careful. Don't forget that that cable is still attached. And then the switches themselves just pop straight out, really simple to change over. If you ever wear out one set of switches, you know, literally unscrew the bottom, take it out, and you're good to go. Same with the side macro buttons there, really easy, just slide straight off, and then you get the cover to put back on as well. And it's just the opposite, you know, if you ever want to change it back around. Now, like I said, reconnect the cable to put it all back. As you can see, it's a tiny little cable on the circuit board, and then just carefully push it all back on, and it all clicks back together really nicely. Now go and download the ROG Armory software for all your customization, all your lights, all your performance settings, you know, all of your macro buttons there. You can set up all of the keys to do individually what you want. You can disable the left or the right keys, you know, again, depending on what side you're using or if you're catching them. You've got your full DPI button there as well to set all your settings on the fly. Absolutely everything is covered. Alright, so there you have it, the ambidextrous mouse by Asus. Now, like I said, it's really well designed. It's got some customizable parts on it as well. You do have to set it up in the beginning, but you know, all in all, this thing really is a good bit of kit. I'm really surprised with it. I didn't think it would be too good. It's a little bit on the light side, and it's a little bit of a pain in the ass to set up, but if you are a lefty, it's just, you have to do it, unfortunately, but it only takes a couple of seconds and it's really easy. Just be careful with that cable, like I said, and yeah, really good bit of kit, good value, all linked in the description below. Let me know what you think if you've tried it out as well, see if you can get to grips with it. But for me, it was a little bit too uncomfortable, but I'm a right-handed person and a lot of mice are fitted now for right-handed gamers. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one.